I just watched the newest episode of From, and if you've ever watched any of my videos or checked out my channel, you would know I am a huge fan. Huge fan. Season 4 just came out. Sunday night, we got the newest episode, and I got a chance to watch it. It was awesome, but regretful. So I regret that I didn't watch the last episode before that because I felt like I couldn't get into the atmosphere. I don't know if anyone else feels that way about watching TV sometimes. I was also watching the new Daredevil show, like the Reborn or whatever. I feel like I gotta rewatch everything just to get back into it. But I felt that way very much so with the newest episode of the new season because they started off and obviously it's a lot of recap, and I forgot how much had truly happened in the last episode or last 3 episodes, I guess, of last season. So to me, it was good. It was a good episode. Every episode so far has been good, but I would say it's the slowest and kind of I want to say it's the worst episode of all the seasons, but that's just because it's about the character's growth and what's going on in this episode so much that it just kind of felt slow and that like it was all about character development, which can be great. But at this particular point, I think I was like, this all happened. Here's like the recap. Holy crap. And then it's kind of like everyone's kind of walking around just being like, yeah, I need to tell someone this and I got to tell someone that. And I'm about to have an emotional breakdown, which was all interesting, but it was all kind of like overly foreshadowed, I guess. Or, if you watch the episodes before or the recap, you're like, yeah, that's totally what's going to happen. And the storyline is still incredible. And I can't wait to see what happens next. And the ending obviously left with a cliffhanger, which was rad as well. But yeah, I think the first half is just really slow. And I think if I'd watched the first 2 episodes, and I'm going to recommend that to anyone who hasn't watched it yet, watch the last 2 episodes of season 3 and then watch the new one. Skip the recap, and I just feel like it'll flow a lot better. Because otherwise, you're just kind of, I don't know. It's like stepping into like the 3rd or 4th chapter of a book. Maybe a book that you've read like the last one of or something, but it just felt like it was separate. I just felt like the atmosphere was somewhere else. In a horror genre like this, it was like I can see the graveyard, but like I'm over at the beach and I just haven't quite got that mood yet. If that makes any sense. It's not raining over here. Other than that, yeah, the ending of it was great, and I'm looking much forward to seeing how that cliffhanger ends, like how it continues and then ends. And I'm also really curious on the Man in the Yellow Jacket. I don't want to ruin any spoilers if you haven't watched it because it just came out yesterday. But the Man in the Yellow Jacket is on the move, and it is so interesting. And it's always just a show where instead of you being like, I want to know right now, you kind of just want to keep it going and then let it draw itself out. In most shows and TV and movies, you're like, I want this to end. Tell me what's going on. And this one, I'm like, no, let it keep going. Like, tell me, give me little pieces of it. Let me see if I can kind of figure out who he is, what he's doing, and why. Even though I know we're in the newest season and we have a lot of more information about the general world, I still want him to kind of. I hope that's how they do it in this season. I hope that they really give us more and more notches until we finally have it for ourselves, just before they really deliver it to us. He's probably Satan. It seems like he's Satan, but it's probably something way more dramatic and cooler than them just being like, oh, he's Satan. Anyways, that's my look at the new season of From Season 4, Episode 1, and I will definitely start talking about every episode that comes out. And by the next episode that I start talking about, I will ruin the spoilers of this episode and talk more about the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe. I have my own horror novel. It'll be linked at the bottom. Join me. I'm going to be doing this all the time. Ciao.